Yeah, it's 5:59.
Oh, wow.
Quiet on the set. I think it's going live.
You're listening to Still I Rise Tea Party with Tarsha T. Rodgers, only on LA Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. And we started at 6 on the dot. Look at God. I am Tarsha T. Rodgers, the host of the Still I Rise Tea Party. Welcome to the Tea Party. I've got my Songbird sissies on here with me today, also board members, Tracy and Kenji. And we're back for our weekly town meeting. And Tracy, what you drinking on tonight?
I am drinking on, let me just see what this is. My sister-in-law hooked me up to this little San Antonio Winery Cardinal, American
okay.
Sweet Red.
So you're sipping wine. Kenji, what
I
you
am.
sipping on?
I am sipping on a smoothie.
Okay,
I
well,
have
we
been on
soul
a,
sippers.
there we go. I've been on a detox. So
I'm not.
here.
Long day.
Your smoothie looks good though. What's in yours?
I have apple juice, unfiltered apple juice. I have mango, peaches, banana, blueberries, raspberries, and I think a little bit of kiwi.
Okay, so yours is fruity. I have spinach, kale,
Mhm.
a little bit of unfiltered apple juice, and some frozen pineapples and frozen strawberries. Because it's something about texture for me. When I have a smoothie, it needs to be thick. I don't like nothing watery.
Mhm.
So
Wow. When I grow up, I'm gonna be just like you two.
And I usually do spinach too, but I had to run to work, so I grabbed my blender and took it to work with me. So
Gotcha. Well, an update on our nail situation, our protests. Things have been going round and round and round and round and round and round in terms of nail salons opening. I think people don't understand that with this whole COVID-19, the governor may say something is open for the state, but he leaves it up to each county to make their own decisions because each county, the numbers are different. So, for example, I'm in Ventura County. Our nail salons are not allowed to open. Orange County, they've been tripping since day one. And so I'm sure they probably been open. And LA County, Erica sent me something about an hour ago that said they were opening tomorrow, but I know we called today and they said they were not opening tomorrow. So it's still up in the air. We want to do this protest right. We don't want to lose momentum because we did say we would go the day that nail salons open, but it may not necessarily happen on the exact day. And that might be a good thing because there's element of surprise. I think she's expecting us. But a couple of us are gonna float up there tomorrow and kind of see what's going on. And again, I will confirm tomorrow as well if LA County is open, because if they are, then I need to make some phone calls while I'm down in Carson if I should see anything that's contrary to compliance. If she does open, being that we would not be prepared for a full-blown protest, then I have some nice materials to pass out to people. Kudos to Angie, who is a part of the group, and she put together a wonderful flyer that explains everything. And then on the back of the flyer, it also spells out all of the stuff that she has said. So you give that to somebody. We can't force you to not patronize her, but if you want to patronize her after reading this flyer, then you might want to check yourself and your conscience, because if someone handed me something like that, I'd be like, oh, and I would keep it pushing. There were some rumors floating around that she moved. I don't think that's the case. And even if she did, our work is still not done, because if that were the case, she has other shops. And so initially we weren't going to get involved with the other shops, but it kind of looks like the movement is going in the direction of actually, if whatever happens with Carson, we're going to make sure at the very least that these other shops are aware and these other areas are aware of what they have in their area. I've also been made aware as of a few minutes ago that she owns Louisiana Fried Chicken. Oh. That is, I believe, next door to the Carson nail shop. So for those of you who are listening, if you've been eating at that chicken place, chill. I'm going to confirm it, because I don't like putting stuff out there and it's not 100% confirmed. So I'm going to confirm it. And if it's confirmed, then you need to shut that down too. That chicken is greasy and not good for you anyway. So.
And it's not black owned.
Right. Go. Well, they're not black owned either.
Don't mean it's,
There you go. Mm-hmm. Go across the street or down the street to Family Fish. They got the best fried fish. And I know oh my God, when me and Keith lived in Carson, that Family Fish and Big Burger, those are our two eating spots.
Oh, that's not Negro chicken. That's supposed to be.
So, ladies, what do you think about all the stuff that's gone on this week in the news? Trump saying that he made Juneteenth famous.
Oh my God. He made famous. Was he massa? And he let some slaves free. Is that how he knows?
Right. I guess because of his rally on Saturday.
Oh my God.
And the fact that people made such a big to-do because it's on Juneteenth. So he's, he changed his mind and is not going to have the rally on Friday. He's going to have it on Saturday. And so in doing all of this, I guess he feels like now he's made Juneteenth famous. People know it's on their radar. They know what it is. Mr. Trump, we already knew what it was. It's about us. So we knew what it was. And a lot of other people knew what it was.
Mm-hmm. It just amazed me what comes out of his mouth.
Yeah. It's like he's devoid of any type of intelligence or education.
He's so irritating.
But it's like he's mocking us.
Yes,
for sure. It's almost like he's saying, look what an idiot you guys have elected. And we're sitting back like, wow, we have to sit back and watch this and we can't do anything about it.
He's so irritating.
There's already all kind of things happening right now with the elections. So to me, this was a strategic plan of his to mess with these elections that are coming up in November. All of it. Down to COVID. Call it a conspiracy theory, whatever you want. You can disagree with me. I really don't care. I believe that all of this is so that he can rig the elections once again and be reelected almost like by default.
Yeah, because the country is at a disarray. He wants to make sure that if everything is it's mass confusion, that we're gonna, not focus on what the matter is at hand. And the matter is at hand is getting his little tail up out of there. He's irritating. He's like a damn fly. He just keeps buzzing around with, and flies, what flies gravitate to. We all know what flies gravitate to. They land on shit every time. He's like that. He is so full of it.
Yeah.
He is so full of it. He just buzzes around all the damn time. And that's irritating. It's irritating. Right. He's horrible.
Did you guys hear about how Facebook shut down his ads today?
I wouldn't put it past them.
He had some type of ads that had Nazi symbols in them because
Oh,
he,
how horrible.
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
and what is it? What is the thing that they have where they put like, and it says like white power or whatever they
The
put?
swastika?
No, it's a sign that they put up in his hand with his hand, and it goes for white power. I've seen it a couple of
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
hmm
I don't
And
know what that's
so,
called, but I know what you're talking about.
and so they took it down and said that it represents hate speech.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that Zuckerberg finally took a stand because he's been letting him slide.
Mhm. That's because, from what I understand, he's a Trump supporter, which is
Mm,
why. But see, the thing about people, what they have to understand is that you still have to be fair regardless of who you support.
absolutely.
So if just because you support him doesn't mean that he has free reign over Facebook. How does that make you look?
Right.
And I wish that people would start seeing things like this, like how Facebook is being ran by somebody that is a Trump supporter, and somebody needs to start another social media. I mean, we've had stuff in the past. You know, we had, what do we have? MySpace, and we had Black Planet, and we had other forms of social media.
Those may be what they are, but they are shut. They may say it look like it's black owned, but it's not.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
The money behind it is not black money. The money
Right.
yeah,
behind it is it's just another subsidiary of another. Like you open up another one and then it's black book, you know, and
right,
Right.
it's a
right.
subsidiary
Well,
of
that's
Facebook.
like when we were talking about Carol's daughter product. It was started by a black woman, but it was bought out by a white woman.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. But see, that's the thing. We become money hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Sell our stuff. We sell off our stuff instead of
Yeah.
Yeah,
holding on to it and letting
Like
it gain
BET.
momentum and letting it gain momentum.
right.
It'll grow, and then you can grow. I mean, just when it doesn't look so bad, everything is not going to be good all the way from the beginning. You got to crawl
Hmm.
before you can walk.
Right.
Right.
When
Right.
somebody wants to buy something from you like that, that's when it should go off that's when the light bulb should go off. Oh no, you're this eager to buy this from me? I'm not going to sell.
Exactly.
That's
And
it.
it's
Exactly.
also the mentality of black people not being used to having anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you get something, when you're not, you get so excited, you don't know how to act.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times when athletes and musicians, rappers, and artists, when they get money, they blow through it because they're not used to having anything. We're not taught at a young age to invest. We're not
Right.
taught that. They have there's a Japanese man, can't remember his name right now, put out a book, I think it was called Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Yes.
where he teaches people how to start young investing. And you got Jews, um, especially like Jewish that will start their kids off at a young age,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Me, I
teaching
used
them
to work
how
at
to
an
invest.
investment firm,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the families that were well-to-do before their kids were even born, they already had stock.
Wow.
They would already have their names put in, and this is an investment firm that only worked for rich families that were here in LA and Pasadena. All of these are rich families. They only dealt with well-to-do families. And when the wives were pregnant, they already had the names picked out for these children, and they would buy the stocks. And each child in that family had the same amount of stock in their accounts, so that later on when they get in, like what Barbara Streisand did for
George Floyd's daughter.
his daughter.
Yes.
That's the mindset. That's the mindset. All of their kids were set up right, and they all had stocks. And the first stock they had was Disney. The next stock they had was McDonald's. They had stocks. Universal Studios, they had nothing but stocks. They had nothing that all what would make them money in the long run, something that they could keep and hold on to.
Right.
And we have to, you're right, Kenji, we need to think along those lines as far as, buying stocks and making sure that we're set up for the future. Because here's the sad part. A lot of those people reach out and they buy our companies just to shut us down. They don't do anything with that
Don't do
company.
it. Mhm.
They just buy that company just to quiet your voice.
Right.
Mhm.
And they don't realize that this is our voice.
Yeah.
And now I learned that just from working for who I work for. You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
this KJLH is Stevie's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's had plenty of offers to buy that station many, many times, but
Mhm.
because that's his voice and this is his message where he can reach the people, he doesn't sell.
Yeah.
We have
It's
kudos
like
to him.
BET. It's exactly kudos to Stevie for that. And it's like BET. You know, the guy that owned BET sold it to Viacom. I was totally amazed as to why when George Floyd's funeral was being broadcasted, and not the second one, the first one that they had, I believe it was like that Friday or something, and it was shown on every news, on 11, on 2, on 4, on CNN, on Fox. But I go to turn to BT and Martin is on, and I'm like, what's going on? And I think some people, I know Roland Martin had posted about it, and some people kind of made a stink about it. So then his final funeral, it was actually, I think that was the Monday they had a viewing, and then the Tuesday they had that final funeral. That one was shown on BET. But it's like all of it should have been shown. And then the other thing that Keith picked up on, even though it was shown, BET had to tap into CBS's news feed, because you can see that at the bottom of the screen. It's like you don't have nobody there representing BET there physically. You got to tap into somebody else's news feed. And this is BET, Black Entertainment. I mean, it's like, what's going on?
Well, you had that other television studio, was it Punch TV?
Yeah. Oh, what happened to them?
Punch and then Bounce. I think Bounce is another.
Is Punch still on?
I'm not certain, but that was another black. He was trying to be a black owned studio, and that was the one that you could invest your little money in, and you could put your little coins in there and have some type of say. But you know,
right,
we have to work on black businesses. This is especially tomorrow being Juneteenth. We need to make sure that we patronize all black businesses tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes.
Make sure you go somewhere. Go to a black business and buy something.
Yes. Absolutely.
Go online and order something.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
And someone said in our feed that we have to start researching these companies. And we do. And a lot of times we go to people for convenience, because I'm not gonna lie, I have gotten so accustomed to Amazon. I go on there like all the time.
I'm guilty.
I think I read somewhere where the owner of Amazon is a Trump supporter. And I'm like, okay, so we're funding his funding pretty much. But it's convenience.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate part. Now, Walmart is supposedly running neck and neck with Amazon, and they don't even charge an annual fee. But the problem is that we haven't researched to see if that's true. We've gotten so accustomed to Amazon that we haven't even looked into switching. You know what I mean? Because we become creatures of habit, and we really have to start being conscious and supporting our black brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
That's the only way we're going to come up.
Absolutely.
The only way.
Absolutely. And on that note, I'm not going to call her name because she didn't give me permission to, but you guys are in the group, in the Black Warrior group, the protest group. So you definitely may have seen the post, but someone posted that they're conflicted about the nail salons, because she has one that has been good to her, that has been kind to her, and that does a wonderful job and does what she needs. And she's been going for over 13 years. And so in light of the climate and everything that's going on, she's conflicted about whether or not she should go back to her now that they are reopening. And there were some very good responses, and I agree with all of them. I'm a little bit of a Pollyanna, and I don't know, maybe it's because that's the Christian part of me. I don't know, but I choose to see the good until you show me the bad. And I don't judge one individual based on a group of people. just wasn't raised that way. It's just not in me.
Right.
So I do realize, because I lived in LA most of my life. I haven't lived out here in Mayberry all my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I am very much aware how they treat us and how they act in a lot of the nail salons that are in the hood, a lot of the nail salons that are in predominantly African American areas. You know, they are all in their language, and they're talking about us, and we don't know what they're saying. And some of them are very rude. One in particular, and I don't care about mentioning, it's in the Baldwin Hills Mall. That nail salon, that place just makes me sick, because she is the rudest ever. And so I get that, and it happens a lot. So I get it. So now we have this conception of all Vietnamese, all Koreans, but it's not all of them. It really, truly isn't all of them, because I've had some really, really sweet and kind nail people that genuinely care, that have my number, that call and check on me if I'm not there. I've had that. I've had some that, don't speak their language because they don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. So I am going to judge you by how you treat me. And I had said yesterday to my husband that I wasn't going to go back. I don't know if I'm going to go back to my nail salon. And he said, well, what did she do to you? And I said, nothing. And he said, so don't do that. And he's right, because when I was going through my cancer and was sneaking to the nail salon right after my surgery, when I should have been resting, she propped me up in the spa chair with all these pillows like I was some type of queen, and would sit there and do my nails so I could be comfortable. And she called and check on me. And, when I went to Paris for my birthday, she's like, oh, how did you like Paris? And tell me all about it. And, she's really, really sweet. And I often think about her and hoping that she's doing okay, considering her shop's been down for 3 months. But at the same time, I realize that we're at an economic disadvantage when it comes to the beauty industry. So I get where this person was conflicted, because she wants to support her Black sisters who have nail salons and who do nails. But at the same time, she's been receiving this wonderful service from this Asian salon. So it's like, what do you do? But my heart tells me that I'm just going to love everybody that loves me. That's who I am. I can't be any other way. I'm not going to, because you're Asian, I can't support you. Because you're white, I can't support you. I can never, ever get down like that.
Right.
I am going to support my African American brothers and sisters who are in business, by all means. Even if it means 1 week I might get my nails done by someone who's Black, and then the next go back to my regular lady, whatever. But I just can't be this, I'm going to shut down and I'm just going to forget about everybody else, because that's just not in my heart. So I don't know if I told her right, because some people said the bottom line is we are as a people disadvantaged, and we should support our own. And that's the route that we should go. And I guess that opinion is fine too, but I'm just a little bit more open, if that makes sense, ladies.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Tarsha. Especially when you've established a relationship. It's not like we're saying that you should be anti-Black, that if they're not Black, don't go to them. We're just saying that we need to patronize our Black brothers and sisters even more. If it was a new shop, like I don't get my nails done frequently, so I wouldn't really have an issue going out and finding a Black-owned shop if I wanted to start regularly. But if I had someone that I was regularly going to, I would be just like, our person that decided, that was conflicted. I would want to stay with the person that was giving me great service.
Yeah. And that's what my sister just said. She's working, so she's listening to us, but she couldn't join us tonight. She said, you go where you're treated well.
And
So
also, yeah, she is can I go as far as to say she is a minority as well?
Yes.
And she probably came over here to start a life, a better life from wherever she was, and started her business and perfected her craft. So it's not like you would want to, not continue to patronize her. I would say that it's okay to educate them or talk to them about what's going on and let them know your concerns. But if you've already pretty much seen that you don't believe that there's any racism because of the attitude, because people can't really hide it too long, then you should be fine. Yeah. It's just, my girl is stuck. You guys there? Okay, ladies, I don't know what's going on. It seems like we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. I will keep going. We'll keep going.
Okay, we all back on?
Okay, there you go.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, one of the things that was a concern was, well, how come no other African Americans are a part of why won't they hire any African Americans in their shop?
Well, how can we can go so far as to say have any applied? That could be a question right there, because maybe some maybe they haven't had anyone that have applied. Now, if they have and they were discriminated against, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And it seems like also too that when they do open nail shops, that they already have their crew. They get together and they decide, let's do this. That's another thing that Black people, we have to start doing, and not be not have that crabs in a barrel mentality where I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna step on you to get this, or I'm gonna be better than you, or I'm gonna get my shop and it's gonna be mine. A lot of times you can't establish something unless you have help. And there's nothing wrong with finding yourself someone that you can go into business with, another sister or brother, and start you a company. Now, you can't do stuff with a handshake, or this is my homegirl, my homeboy. You can't do that. You go the legal route.
Right.
If I put it out there, I recently applied for a small business loan. I'm waiting to see if it comes back. If it comes back, I already said I'm going to sit my family down and talk to my whole family about this, because I want us all to be able to have something. I want us to all be able to have our own something, but I can't just jump into it. It has to be a strategic plan, because if you don't plan, what is it? If you fail to plan, you'll plan to fail.
Yeah.
You
What you
know what I mean?
You said it right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, that we need to start doing. We need to start coming together and doing stuff. I'll even go so far as to say that I have Hispanic neighbors where you'll have 4 families living in one house, and they're saving money, and then they start branching off. And then the next one buys a house, then the next one buys a house, and they start doing that to where now all those 4 families all own homes, and they've helped each other. It wasn't about mine, or I'm going to be the first one to do. No. So what I'm saying about like these nail shops, if you notice, it seems like a family type environment. They might not be family, blood family, but they come together as a family to have something. There's a bigger picture.
Got it. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah,
When you're planning, when you start, you do things decent and in order.
Decent and in order.
Decent and in order.
Yeah, the person that said it, she said, because she's commenting, she said she didn't want to sound like a hypocrite. And I don't think you're being a hypocrite, because you do want everybody to support our Black queens and our Black kings. But you've been treated right. It's kind of like, you're not trying to rock the boat, because you're getting what you need in terms of getting your nails done. And I understand that. So I just say for you to pray on it, and you have to go how your conscience and how your heart leads you. If you truly feel in your heart that this person has goodwill towards you, then by all means keep supporting her. By all means. And you can support Black businesses in other ways. You can, go to Black beauty supplies, as I saw that you were willing to do. So don't feel guilty and don't feel like a hypocrite. I don't think you're being a hypocrite. I think you're being a Christian. And, sometimes I saw somebody's post. She's a mutual friend of ours, Kenji. I don't want to mention her. I don't like mentioning people's names and they don't know I'm mentioning their names. But she posted that she's really surprised at the body of Christ and just how we are responding to certain things. And when people apologize and, I know me, I get a little salty. So if you've done me wrong and you've proven yourself to be one way, you can apologize all day long. I'm cool on you.
Mm-hmm.
I may accept your apology and I'm Christian enough and woman enough to forgive you, but I'm cool on you. And there's no more relationship. I'm done. But I know from a Christian standpoint, maybe that's not necessarily the right way. Right. And I think some people were trying to tell her maybe they're not there in their walk yet. But I guess, different white people are apologizing about their racist remarks, this and that. And I'm sorry, but I have to feel it in here. And for the most part, I don't feel nothing.
It has nothing to do with your walk. The Bible even tells you if your right hand offends you, then you cut it off. If a person is not in line with the things that you are about, and if a person doesn't represent what God has placed in your life, there's nothing wrong with it. I may forgive you, but I'm not going to forget. And because I cannot forget, I'm not holding nothing against you. I'm just moving on with my life, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't bring about if you don't bring a positive change to my life, then there's no purpose for you.
Right. Yeah.
If I can't bring a positive change to your life,
but sometimes I feel guilty.
I'll stand accused. If we don't bring good things to each other, then there's, what you're sitting there, you're beating a dead horse, and it's not gonna get up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I get it. I get it. So if your right hand offends you, don't say it's your walk. Because when people start busy focusing on what my walk is, that means that you ain't paying attention to what your walk is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes too,
mine. Don't worry about mine. Worry about yours.
Right. And sometimes too, you got to see where that apology is coming from. Is it genuine? Are you apologizing because you were found out? Are you apologizing because the comments you made offended people, and you're gonna lose supporters or friends, colleagues, whatever? You're gonna lose your job. Why are you apologizing? If you genuinely didn't realize that you made a racist comment or offended me, that's one thing. Now the Bible is real clear about forgiveness. We are supposed to forgive, but that doesn't mean that you still have to deal with the person. We do have to love people because that's what God is. God is love.
Yes.
But you can choose not to deal with those people. And you know what you do? You keep them out your mouth. One of the things about the Bible talks about gossip, and you keep them out your mouth. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything.
Don't say nothing.
What you feel about the comment Rob Parsley made? Rob Parsley apologized. I don't watch him anyway, so I'm not concerned that he's gonna have to deal with God on that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's between him and the Lord. I pray his apology was genuine because he's reaching so many people. And he offended so many people. And so either you accept it or you don't. But the thing is that keep his name out your mouth. Just move on. Yeah. When he said what he said, move on. And I'm just using him as an example.
Right.
Somebody who recently offended a lot of people because he made some remarks that they considered were racist. So just don't deal with them anymore.
Yeah. We got all the Karens and all the Biffs. They all coming out of the woodworks, and they saying stuff. And then when Black Twitter and the Black internet starts finding where they work and where they live and where they frequent and all of that, and start making them lose stuff and get fired and showing up at their house and all other kind of crazy stuff, then they want to backtrack and say, I'm sorry.
Right.
Well, I know God did also give me a spirit of discernment. And so I know when people are being sincere with what they say to me. And if I feel you're not sincere, I'm cool. I'm cool and I'm done. And it's nothing else you can say to change that.
Right.
TD Jakes talks about the gift of goodbye. I got that down pat. It took me some years, but I got that gift of goodbye down pat.
Oh,
See ya.
Mhm.
yes, yes, yes. I will not give anything, any type of energy to anything negative.
Yeah.
I won't. It takes up too much in my life. Tomorrow's not promised.
Absolutely.
And am I a witness? I'm a witness. I know tomorrow is not promised and my time is valuable.
Right.
Yes.
I feel that you are a waste. Not saying a person is a waste to tell you if you're not giving me what I need. And if I'm not giving you what you need, so we won't waste each other's time.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a genuine friend or a genuine sister or a genuine pastor who's going to speak into my life some positive things, not things that you're just spewing out your mouth and forming opinions about whatever that may be happening. I need something positive to go on in my life.
Something positive.
I
Right.
need to be fed.
Something
If
positive.
I'm being fed positivity, then that's what it is. Like violence begets violence. Positivity
Absolutely.
begets positivity. Love
Absolutely.
gets love. You love one another. We love. You know, love is what we need. And if
Right.
Yes.
then that's what you're gonna get. You know, so
Yes.
some people don't get it. They get the gift of wanting to tear down and put people in these bad spaces and speak negativity out of their mouths in people's lives. And
Right.
that's the sad part. That's the sad. We've had what 400 years of that.
400 years. Yeah.
400 years of that. So instead of us doing it to each other, man, we need to be about, you know, trying to uplift each other.
Yeah. Uplift and join together.
Join
Right.
together.
I think what some people miss is that whether you're Black, whether you're white, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Baptist, whether you're Catholic, whether you're Asian, we are all one human race. We all, if you stick all of us, we're gonna bleed red. We're going to bleed red. Doesn't matter if you're Republican, doesn't matter if you're Democrat. That's why what I try to get people to understand about this virus, because now it's turned into a political thing and so many lives are at risk. It's like, take all of this other stuff out. And at the end of the day, let's just be real with what the hell is going on so that people can stop dying, period.
Right.
Yes.
Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, but just be real and upfront and quit playing these games.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's too much. It's just too much.
The virus don't see no color.
No, ma'am.
If this virus don't see no color, it don't matter who you are. It don't matter how old you are. Even though they try to say it is, you know, it doesn't matter. Once you get it, you get it.
Right.
So
I had to pull my son, kind of reel him back today because he wanted to go to the gym. The gyms are open out here. And he, you know, he's football season. He goes back to school in August, and you know, this is last year playing football. He may not get to play football, but he wants to continue to work out in the gym. And his dad was like, because it's too soon. And these numbers are going up. Just chill a minute. No, you anxious. But you know, me and his dad, we would go outside to get fresh air. We walk every single day. And you know, there's a jump rope here. There's a treadmill here. There's weights here. You can do it at home. You can YouTube some stuff and get your workout on right here at home.
Yes.
But it's rough out there.
It's just what it is. I know our kids are anxious, and they just need to just cover them faces up.
Right. And you know
Right.
what the problem is too? And I'm gonna tell you what the problem is too, is these kids are new age, because back in the day when we were little, we loved playing outside. It was a punishment to make you come in the house. And now they want to be in the house on these games and watching TV, and they don't realize what it does for your body to be able to run outside. The energy you have, it keeps kids from being overweight, because there's a growing number of kids being overweight because they're sitting around in the houses.
Yeah.
And so as parents, we have to start coming up with things for them to do, since they're not accustomed to being outside.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have a 5-year-old, you guys know, so I have a whole little play yard out front for him. He's got a little basketball little basketball station. His bike is out there. He's got water guns out there. I try to do everything I possibly can to encourage him to go outside. And
enjoy.
Yeah.
it's right out front. So I
I'm
love that
kinda-
you said that, Tarsha, because your baby can work out, right? It's so many different ways. You guys have steps. Do you know you could what he could do on them steps? That's a workout right there.
Right.
So
Right.
they have to that's when they have to start using their brain to invent different things to do. Start being
Yeah.
creative.
Right.
And we
Right.
have to encourage them. I like that you said that you told him no. Start encouraging him to figure it out.
Yeah. We got a question on the chat on the Facebook. Jackie wants to know, are any of us in an investment club? And I can answer for myself. I am not.
Yeah,
I am
I'm
not.
sorry. I'll be right back. My son is, and he's been trying to get me to get involved. And I am actually thinking about it. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to talk to him about it.
Okay.
But I like that she asked that question because with in light of everything that's going on, I need to sit down and have him enlighten me about it.
Yeah.
And educate me on what it's doing. He'll tell me when he's making money, when he's losing money. He'll show me the graph and stuff, but I haven't got involved yet.
Gotcha. I know somebody reached out to me just yesterday that mentioned something to me that I need to find out. Go ahead, Kenj. That I need to find out some more information. I think that the initial investment is 500, and I'm not really sure how it works. I got to get more information, but she's saying that the return is pretty good. So I will definitely research it if it seems like something good, and I will share it with you all and share it with everybody that's listening. But we definitely we have to continue to, kind of jumping back to what we were saying. We got to continue to spread our Black dollars with our African American brothers and sisters and African American businesses, because unfortunately we don't have the same opportunities that some of our other counterparts may have, and so it's almost like we're set up to fail. And then if we don't support each other, who's going to support us? So we definitely have to form some type of bond to where I've made a promise that I am going to try to support at least 5 businesses per month. When I look at something that I need, I'm going to try to look at an alternative African American business that may have what I need, because we've got to stimulate that economy, which is our African American economy, so that we can be more empowered.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Well, I know for if you were to go over to kjlhradio.com, you'll be able to see a list of different Black businesses that you may be able to patronize. Or even if you listen, we got some businesses that are on the air right now, and that's one of the things that we are focusing on is recycling those Black dollars and bringing those Black dollars right back into the community and keeping them in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I'm guilty. I have certain things that I like. Kenji, you're just a creature of habit. I order stuff on Amazon. I just ordered yesterday and the day before for that week, just because it's a quick click. So man, if we could be the ones to create the Black Amazon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Black Amazon.
Wow. Yeah. I hope I live to see the day that we have another Black Wall Street.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. We need that. We need that.
And that's what some of these like artists and these multimillionaires, these Black multimillionaires, and even billionaires, it would be so great if they came to different neighborhoods and just educated some of us on how to build wealth and started programs like that, and just reach back and help the ones that want to be educated, that need to be educated, especially in the hood. You got some people that grew up in neighborhoods, been there for years and don't own a thing. And that's unfortunate. And they don't even strive too. Some of them can obtain a home, but don't know how. They don't know the right people.
What
They don't
programs to reach
know.
out to, or I mean, there's so many programs that are out there that we all can take part of. I mean, I'm gonna speak to myself too. It's just a matter of taking the time to build yourself up so that you can lift yourself up.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes we done so much damage just trying to stay afloat that
Right.
you got to get to the point to where, okay, well, here, this is what I need to do, and this is what I got to do to fix this situation so that I can do better
Right.
for my
Yeah.
family or for my, loved ones or for myself.
And then share information. Sometimes, we get a hold of something and I'm going to hoard it all to myself. No, share it so that other people can be successful like you. You got to share the information. Don't hoard everything to yourself,
Right.
because the more you share, the more then you will in turn be blessed.
Knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
Knowledge is
Absolutely.
power.
What do you guys think about Aunt Jemima?
Oh my goodness. It's so funny. I know you said Aunt Jemima, and all I can think about, I grew up in the hood. I'm hood raised. And the going joke was so sad. The going joke with me and my friends was Aunt Jemima on the pancake box. And we'd be like, Aunt Jemima. And every time you say Aunt Jemima to me, and I'm like, Aunt Jemima on the pancake box? Your mama on the pancake box?
Wow.
It's sad because you think of the worst thing when you see Aunt Jemima, and I'm guilty. I got it right over here. I got a box.
Oh, I have 2 boxes of Aunt Jemima stir up in the cabinet.
I got Aunt Jemima pancake mix and Mrs. Butterworth.
I was about to say I'm a Mrs. Butterworth fan.
Yeah,
Mrs. Butterworth.
but I think they tried to fix her a little bit and make her look more like a fat grandma as opposed to Mammy, because she looked more like Mammy a while back.
Remember they tried to give her a little curl, a little perm.
Yeah, yeah.
They tried to give her a little perm. But wait a minute, what about old Br'er Rabbit? Br'er Rabbit.
Ew. Oh, yeah, you don't. Oh, my mom and dad, they like Br'er Rabbit. Oh.
That was also, whether or not they want to admit it, Br'er Rabbit was like Br'er Rabbit.
Okay.
It still was a black character.
But was it a black character?
I did the play. I started out doing a play with Loretta Devine years ago, and it was the tale of Br'er Rabbit.
Okay. Okay.
It was a straight black play. It was just, the characters in it was funky, and it was Br'er Rabbit. Br'er Rabbit was a black character too. So it's amazing what they've done to us. How they try to kind of
right. The mockery.
Yeah. Just the little things they say. It's even if you
right.
some of these cartoon characters that these kids look at, if you're not careful, they really be doing the most.
Yes.
You just got to know what you're looking at.
Yes. But some African American people though are kind of fighting back on changing the face of Aunt Jemima, because I believe her last name is Green. Nancy Green, I think it was, but she was a slave, but she was paid to be the face of the syrup. And so I think years later, her family sued for her legacy and to get some of the money or whatever, but they said she enjoyed doing it. And so to change it is taken away from that. Mm-hmm. But
do you think
it's time? It's time. It's time.
Does it really matter? Do you think it'll really make a difference?
No. And get rid of Uncle Ben too.
Now, child, we all knew what Uncle Ben was. Now that was just downright blatant.
Right.
Who was that? Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima and Miss Butterworth, they're all together.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
Craziness.
Yeah. So Pharrell has brought something up. He's in the news for trying to make Juneteenth a holiday. And it's funny because just last week I told my husband, I said, I need to get with Tracy so we can go tell Stevie that we need to make Juneteenth a holiday like he made MLK a holiday. But I really would like to see Juneteenth be, even if it's not a holiday for everybody, if everybody don't want it, you ain't got to have it. But it needs to be a holiday for us, the way like a Jewish holiday. And so,
Right.
which means that by law, it's protected by law. My HR coming out. So if we want to take it, we can take it off, just like a Jewish person will take their holiday off, and they can't fire us for it or get mad about it because it's a protected holiday. It don't have to be a national, but it should be a protected holiday that we have that we can take if we want to take it.
I could see that happening.
So put that in Stevie's ear.
Mm-hmm. Erica, one of our sisters, Erica posted on here, her job actually is giving her the day off on Friday. There are some people that are starting to comply with that.
That's excellent.
Great. I'll tell you what, I worked at a Jewish company once, and let me tell you, I loved it. Because every month it seemed like we had a day off, and I still got paid. So that was great. Why can't we acknowledge Black people and what we've done and what we've accomplished?
Absolutely.
And be able to take off and celebrate and get paid for it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, the month of June is always a Black month, because June is really considered Black
Music Month.
Black Music Month. So technically the whole month of June is our month.
Yeah.
Along with what is it, February?
Black
History Month. The 1 month that only has 28 days in.
Yeah. So I'm getting breaking news on my face, although Erica already said it, but my aunt is confirming. She's putting messages on our page that nail salons are indeed opening tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So we have to figure out I'll probably, once I'm done with this call, I'm going to Staples anyway to get my signs done and get flyers printed. I was going there tomorrow anyway to kind of see what was going on. But I'll have to keep you guys posted on whether or not we actually do the protest tomorrow. And she's sending me another message saying some salons opening Saturday the 20th. So yeah, it could be Saturday that we do the full blown. It could be next week. But I know I am definitely going up there tomorrow, so I can see what's going on. Because just because they open tomorrow don't necessarily mean she's opening tomorrow. But I will be there to inspect what is going on, and I'm just really proud of this movement. We have a name. Oh, thank you. We have a name. We have a logo. We got an email address now. We are officially called the Black Warriors for Justice.
Yes.
700 members strong. I mean, I created the group because I just couldn't keep up with all the different people saying, oh, I'll do it. Because I had like 2 or 3 different posts going, and I'm like, I can't keep up with all of this. So let me just create a group and throw all these people into a group. But then it just took off and took off and took off. The petition has 2,600 signatures now, I think. And then, like I said, the group has 700 strong. And, you know, we did have to kind of segregate and move a nucleus of the group into its own group so that we could get some things done, because it was getting a little cray-cray. But, you know, everybody is peaceful. I would say 98% we all get along. It's really been cool, and just the camaraderie. We are all kind of meeting some wonderful people. So, and they all want to continue this movement even once we get through with tips and toenails. So I'm just really great. I'm really grateful, and I'm blessed to have this take off the way that it did. And I just want to say thank you again to you all, to everybody that's been supportive in this movement, because I really didn't expect it to just grow the way it's grown.
Oh yeah, you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
That's me. Power to the people.
Power to the people. But it's a team effort. It's definitely a team effort, because I have people when I can't necessarily get in there, and you know, they respond to stuff, they give people information. You know, it's not just me, and it's not just Chris, he's the other admin, but you know, I know Kenji, you have gone in there and said some things, and Enid, she has taken the lead on some things. Angie has taken the lead on some things, and I am just really, really grateful. So, and my aunt, she's really gung ho. She can't wait. She says she will meet me there at 8:30 in the morning. She can't wait to get down there. So, And we are going to be peaceful. When we do have this protest, we are going to be peaceful, and we do have regulations. We will have sign regulations. You can do your own sign, but we will give you guidelines. There will be no profanity. There will be no, F the police. There will be nothing derogatory or negative on the signs whatsoever. And you have to wear your mask. We have to do this decent and in order. And if you can't do it decent and in order, then you got to stay home.
Amen.
Or at least keep it. And but we can't make you stay home, but you got to stay away from our group, because that's not what we're about. Right. And we are going to social distance as we walk along the parking lots or whatever. We will be 6 feet apart on each side and in front and back, because I don't want anybody fighting this fight and then turn around and get sick.
Oh, amen.
Amen.
And we have to show people that Black people, we aren't all about violence.
Amen.
I get tired of them portraying us like that. Like, that's not the only way we fight. There's a lot of us there that are educated. There's a lot of us that don't fight.
Right, exactly.
That don't see a point in tearing up stuff.
Right.
Like, no. There's a better way.
You got to use this. And God has given this to us. And we're all very smart, very intelligent. We're intelligent people, and we don't have to act like that.
Yes. Yes.
We do not have to act like that. My auntie just posted. She said, "Your auntie's here. Hey, auntie." That's my Black Panther auntie, because she is down for the cause.
Hey, auntie, I am waiting to wear my Black Panther clothes. My black.
We have Black Warrior T-shirts.
Oh.
I'll make sure you get what size T-shirt you wear, Tracy?
Extra small.
That's an extra lie.
I love her like a fat kid love cake.
I love it.
I was about to say, well, I ain't seen her in a while, and I know she had the virus, but she might be an extra small.
Yeah, I'm not extra small, but it just felt good saying it.
It did. You said it with confidence too. I love it.
So is that a medium or a large?
I'll take a large.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I want mine tight. I put a medium on there because I want it to fit.
So see, I'm gonna cut mine up. I got all this glory over here. All right.
Well, speaking of glory, that's my cue. I see you, Jackie, an extra large for you. I got you. So I'm gonna cut this short, because I probably do need to figure out what's gonna go on in the next couple of days with the protests.
Right.
So we will be back next week or whatever. Maybe next week we'll be talking about what happened with the protests.
Right.
But I just want to leave my usual thought. Our greatest glory does not consist of never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Still I rise, still you all rise. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us, and we will see you next week.
See you, Power.
Power to the people. Oh, you can't see my fist.
You're listening to Still I Rise Tea Party with Tarsha T. Rodgers, only on LA Talk Radio.
All right, and let's end the live.